Hello friends, welcome to Healthy Living Fitter channel by Florence Straka. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to fry fresh tilapia fillet, and we are going to make some hot sauce. We are going to make some fried plantain and add a little avocado to this sauce, and it's going to be delicious, and we are going to make it right away. And so stay with me as I put everything together, and I'm sure you're going to love it. Alright, so I have some tilapia fillet that I bought. This is fresh, and so you always want to have a fresh tilapia. I sometimes use the full tilapia. I clean it myself, but I just want something simple to use, so I bought the already fillet one, and I'm going to wash it and make sure that I just cut it like that. And I am going to wash it. You always want to wash whatever you buy from the supermarket. Even though this has been cleaned, I always clean it myself. And so I'm just going to wash it. And this is like 3. Okay, so with this is the tilapia already washed. I put it on a paper towel so it will, drain all the water out. Now there is no water at all. It already in the towel. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put on some seasoning before I fry it so I can get the taste. So what I use is I use Adobo, and it's gonna be just like, sprinkle it like 1/8 teaspoon, just like that. Just something little like that, not too much. So 1/8 of teaspoon on each side. That's what we're going to be doing. And then garlic salt, I am going to use another 1/8 teaspoon of garlic salt, and you just sprinkle on each side like that. And with that, I am going to add also cayenne pepper, 1/8 teaspoon of cayenne pepper, and you just sprinkle it on it like that. And this is going to be on both sides. So once I did that, I am going to just make sure I use my hand to spread it all around so the spices can go on each side, and it will marinate it before we fry it. Now once that is done, I turn it over, and you can see, just turn it over like that, and we are going to use the same 1/8 teaspoon of all the sprinkles that we just did. I use a little bit food flavor to give it a little taste. All right, so we are just going to do that again. 1/8 teaspoon of garlic salt sprinkle, and then 1/8 of adobo seasoning also, and then 1/8 teaspoon of cayenne pepper, and you just sprinkle that. Okay, so once this is done, what I'm going to do, just use your hands to spread it all over the fish so it will marinate the whole fish. And you can see both sides is already marinated, and I leave this for at least 5 to 10 minutes for everything to incorporate. And you can see all that is in there, and we just have to leave it for 5 to 10 minutes before I fry it. So I'm going to leave this aside, and we're going to start with the oil. And now I'm going to add a vegetable oil. That's what we are going to use to fry this. This is organic vegetable oil. You can get this at the store, any supermarket, but I'll also leave a link if you want to, it will be easy for you to buy. I will leave a link for you that you can buy this, but this is just vegetable oil, organic vegetable oil. You can use any oil to fry a fish as long as it's what you prefer. I prefer to use just organic vegetable oil, so, and because of the health benefit. And then also once that is done, I have a bay leaf that I'm going to add to this oil. I've already cleaned this, wash it. The benefit of bay leaf, it's a lot. It has a good benefit for the body. Bay leaf cleans the digestive system, your intestines. It cleans stomach if you have any issues. So bay leaf is good to put in your meal. So when I'm making meals, anything, I try to at least put it in to get that benefit to help with my healthy meals that I make. So we're gonna let this oil heat up, and we will start frying our fish. So by now our oil is warmed, so I'm going to drop my fish in here. And we are just going to fry that. And I can fry it all in here. Alright. And we're just gonna fry this until it's crispy for us, but that is your choice. Some people want their fish to be a little bit not all that there, but for me I like it to be crispy outside, so I'm gonna fry this till it's brown nicely. So as the fish is frying, I'm going to start on making my hot sauce that I'm going to be eating with this fish. Alright, so to make the hot sauce, this is what I use. I'm using 1 red onion, and there's going to be 4 tomatoes. I have a half avocado that I'm going to be using to add to the pepper. I have habanero pepper and 1 jalapeno pepper that I'm going to be blending all together. I have a little size of ginger I'm going to be adding, and also 1 garlic. And that is just me. It has to be a little spicy and healthy, so I like to incorporate those things in anything that I cook. So that's going to be in there. And now what I'm doing is I'm just going to cut the pepper. Just cut it like that, because we are just going to blend everything. It's not going to be a real blend, it's just going to be a pulse, so we can have all the chunks in the pepper as I want it. And then I have my blender here. So I am going to put everything in the blender here, because we're going to blend all that. And with the onions, just chunk, because I'm gonna have some thin one for garnishing. And then my tomatoes, it's just gonna be a chunk. Then I put it in with all that together. And 1 tomato, we are going to take the one out. This one we are going to use for garnishing. So I'm gonna take everything and add it to this one, and I'm gonna just thin slice. Okay, and now I am just going to blend this all together, and we're gonna pause it. So I'm gonna take a look at our fish and see how the fish is doing before we start blending the hot pepper. So our fish is boiling nicely. You want to be careful with the fish, because it can, all split. So you want to let it cook on each side nicely before you try to turn it. If not, it's all going to be all over. And you have to be careful it's flat as well. Alright. Okay, so we are going to just turn this sideways, and you see it's caramelizing nicely, crispy. That's how I like my fish. Just be careful, just slightly All right. And then we're just gonna let this also cook nicely on the side like this. Some people can take this out. It will be, done for them. For me, because I want each side to be crispy, so I'm going to fry this more. And as this is cooking, we are going to start blending our hot pepper. All right, so with the hot pepper, I'm going to take the avocado that we are going to be adding. So I'm taking that out, and I'm just gonna cut it. It's just gonna be little slice. That's what we are going to be using. Slice like that. All right, and then I'm just going to take it out of the case, the little hash, and you see how it comes out nicely. Just like that. Just like that. Okay, and so we are going to use that to garnish our hot pepper. And what I do is I have this little container, and what I'm going to be doing is putting all these, the onions and then the tomatoes, and I'm gonna add a little salt to it, and we're gonna just pause the pepper and pour it on here, and that is going to be our delicious hot pepper. This is gonna be the garnishing. So just 1/8 teaspoon of salt is what I'm going to, you can see just a little. And what I'm going to do is, now I'm just going to toss it so the salt will marinate everything in here. And that is nice. We put that aside. And then my avocado, that is going to be separately, so we're going to add that there. Just leave it here. And perfect, we have our slice of avocado that we are going to use, and I'm just going to put that on this plate here. And then we're going to take a look at our fish to see how it's coming along. All right, as you can see, our fish is done. This is how I like it, and you can see it's caramelized and crispy on each side, and it's not going to fall apart because it's well cooked, and you can see. So I'm going to try and take this out of the oil, and I'm going to lower the heat. And just be careful when you're frying, because this is just popping up. And we're going to put it on here. And then we're gonna drain the oil out. Nice, nice, nice. Okay. Look at our tilapia. It's so crispy, brown, nicely browned, and that's how I like it. So you can see, you just have to let it on here and for the towel to drain all the oil out. And we are going to, you love it, look at the color, so nicely. And we are also going to fry the plantain in this oil. So let me finish with the hot pepper, and it will come back to the oil. Fry the plantain. All right, so this is going to be our hot pepper. We have onions here, we have pepper, 1 garlic, ginger, and then fresh tomatoes. So I'm going to blend it. There's no water added to it because we want it to be thick. And so I'm going to cover this, and we are just going to pause. You don't want to blend, so it's just going to be a pause. Just a because there's no water, so what I do is I just toss it so the tomatoes are underneath, and it will be easy to blend little by little. It will there goes our pause. Now it's a little bit liquidy, so it's going to be okay. And that's how I want it. Just, it's not going to be smooth hot pepper. It's just going to be a little pause, and you can have everything in here. As you can see, that's what it looks like. And this is the tossed onions that we already did. All right, and then this is the tossed onion. You can see the tomatoes and onions in here, and I add 1/8 teaspoon of salt to marinate it well. There's no salt. I added 1/8 teaspoon of salt as well in this, and all I have to do is pour this in right here. You can see it's not smooth, it's just hot pepper. That's how we make the pepper, and it's so delicious. And then put everything in here, and I'm going to stir, and we just incorporate everything together. And you see it's not liquidy at all, it's thick because we didn't water anything to it. The liquid comes from the onions, the tomatoes, and so you can see, and then you can see all our sliced tomatoes and then sliced onions, and this is how we want it to look like. Very, very healthy, very, very tasty, and can be eaten with anything. All right. And we're gonna leave this up here. Our fish is ready, our hot pepper is ready. Now we are going to fry the plantain, what we are going to use to eat with our fish. All right, so the plantain that we are going to fry is very ripe plantain, and you can see this is how I want it. It's very ripe, and I'm going to use this one, and it's going to be sweet and soft, and that's how I want it to be. So I'm going to put the heat back onto the oil, underneath the oil, and then I'm just going to take both sides, and you can see how soft it is. And all we have to do is just take this skin off, peel it off, just like that. And I'm just going to cut it in a little sizes, just like that, slight angle like that, so it will cook quickly on both sides, just like that. And we are just going to make one. All right, so our oil is on, and I'm going to put this in. Some people like to put this in a salted water before frying so you can have the taste, but this is already sweet and I don't want to do that. Sometimes I do, but not all the time. So we are just going to fry this out, and we're just going to let it fry for 3 to 5 minutes on each side, and I'm going to turn it over again. And the tilapia, everything smells so good. The oil still have this tilapia smell from the flavor and all that. So we're going to fry it in here. All right, so it's almost 5 minutes. I'm going to turn this plantain around, and you can see it's browning nicely. That's how you want it. And that's that one too. Look at that. And then we're just going to let this also fry like almost 3 to 5 minutes on this side as well, and our plantain is ready and our meal is ready to enjoy. All right, so our plantain is done, and I am going to take it out of the oil. Look at how brown it is, and it is so nice. Just take it and put it on. I put it on a paper towel so it will drain the oil out. And just look at our fried plantain. Fried plantain is ready to go. And I'm just going to put everything together, and we're going to have a nice meal. And I like to garnish my fish, so I'm just going to put this in this oil just a little bit and take it out. And that's all I need. Just a little. And I'm going to use this on the tilapia. Just like that. So as you can see, this is our tilapia and fried plantain. And I am just going to garnish this because I like it that way, and just a little onions on there and tomatoes. And our meal is ready. You see, that is a fried plantain. We have the fried plantain on this side, and then we have the tilapia. It looks so delicious. And also I have the hot pepper that we grounded, and look at this. We add, this is the onions, and then the avocado is for garnishing as well. And you can see this is delicious meal to make. I love to make this. It's from scratch. And you have everything. You know what you put in your meal is healthy, and I love to cook my meals. So I hope you can do this as well. It's easy, simple meal to make. Within 30 minutes you have a full meal ready to eat. So I am going to give a taste to this meal, and I will tell exactly how it comes up. And I know I'm going to enjoy this. Hello friends, so we just finished making our fried tilapia fillet fish. We fry it nicely, and then we add some ripe plantain fried. We make some hot sauce here. We added some avocado, and everything here is so delicious. Everything smells so good, and like I want to eat it right now. It smells so nice. And so I'm going to give you a taste, and I'll tell you I love this meal. I'm going to tell you how it comes out. So you take the fried plantain, and then you just dip it in the sauce, the hot sauce. This is so delicious. The fried plantain is sweet, it's crunchy, and then the hot pepper, it is so amazing. The avocado, you taste a little ginger, and then the garlic that I put in, it's very mild. And then the fried fish, which is a tilapia, you dip it in the hot sauce like that. This is lovely. I wish you can try this. Try this meal and see how it comes out. You will love it. Unless, of course, you don't like fish. If you don't like fish tilapia, you can use a different fish. You just have to follow the recipe that I made. Fry it, or you can bake your fish if that's what you want. But this is delicious. And with the hot sauce, there is not much salt in it because I just add a little. You can always add more salt. So I don't like to add too much salt to something because then you cannot do anything with it. But if you just add a little, and if it's not tasty, you can always add more salt. So you can add a little salt to this because it's not that you don't taste too much salt in this. But if you don't like salt, just leave it as it is. But everything else comes so nicely, so delicious. And this is going to be my meal, my supper. And I would love for you to try this meal. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe to this channel, like, share, comment. And if you have any questions, leave it in the comment section below for me, and I'll get back to you. As always, I thank you for watching my videos, and stay healthy, stay blessed, and make this healthy meal, and let me know how yours came out. I will see you on my next video. Take care. Bye bye.